Afternoon.
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm chilling, man. What about you?
Hey, we're hanging in there, hanging out at home, doing that quarantine life. It's the same thing every single day.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, Things have gotten a little bit different for you, though, the past since March. It's really blowing up, right?
yeah. You could say that. It's kind of been like the best moment of my career so far.
Yeah, it's got to feel real good. I mean, I'm sure you put a lot of work into it, and seeing it finally pay off has really got to be great.
Man, I've been working at this since I was 15 years old, bro. Buying my own studio time with money I made off of selling sneakers. So to have to have the recognition I have now, I'm very grateful for that. But I know this is where I'm supposed to be right now too. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
Hey, tell me a little bit about how you got involved with music, how it found you. How you knew this was the thing that you were meant to do.
Um, so I always loved music, but it's kind of hard to put music out as an artist. That takes a lot of confidence, a lot of self love, a lot of assuredness in yourself because you're putting it out like, yo, this is me, this is what I have to say, and people might not like it, but by the time I was 15, I was a sophomore in high school. I was more sure of myself. I had Paperboy, my big bro, my mentor, that put me in the studio and gave me the belief that I needed to make music. And we recorded that first song one night. I sent it to everybody I went to school with on SoundCloud. And I came to school the next day and kids were playing it and they were bumping it and they actually liked it. And that was kind of all it took for me to fall in love with this process.
So you're talking about Paperboy being your mentor. You're being from the Bay Area. I imagine the music scene, especially hip hop, is so different there than the rest of the country. Did you grow up listening to the hyphy guys like E40, Keek the Sneak, and that kind of thing?
E40 was my shit in elementary school. Like I still fuck with him now, but in elementary school, like E40, Tell Me When to Go was my favorite song of all time. So I grew up listening to Bay Area music. Like I appreciate Bay Area culture, but when it came time to making my own music, I just didn't want to do what everyone else was doing. I never been the type of guy to follow. I always been the type of guy to lead, and I just had to own it and run with my own sauce.
Yeah, listening to your music, it doesn't have that hyphy Bay Area sound that there's not one ooh or anything like
Ugh,
that.
ugh. That's a signature ad-lib right there. I'm gonna have to bring that in. I'm gonna have to throw that.
Yeah, just to pay some homage to your hometown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like you said, you've been doing it since you were 15 and everything. And then, obviously fans of yours know you dropped out of college. Not only is what you did, but it's also the EP. Tell me a little bit about that decision, how you knew it was the right thing to do, how, this was the moment in time to make that choice.
To leave school.
Yeah.
It felt that was honestly one of the easiest decisions I had to make in my entire life. Like I done the experience, I saw what I had to see, it wasn't a permanent decision. It's technically a leave of absence.
Yeah.
So I could go back whenever I want in the next like 7 to 10 years. 1 second. My bad. I could leave whenever I want in the next 7 to 10 years, but it's just like I have a record deal. It wasn't like, Mom, Dad, I got 1,000 followers on SoundCloud, so I'm leaving my full scholarship at USC to become a rapper. It was like, Mom, Dad, I got a major record label interested in signing me because they believe in my music, and I'm about to make more money than both of y'all combined last year. So come on, let me do my thing. And I didn't even need to really fight with them that much. They're really supportive. Like, they understand what I'm doing and what I'm going for, and they always encourage me to chase my dreams.
I know a lot of guys who become successful, who have parents like yours, who are so super encouraging and everything. It means a lot to them when they can give back to their parents and kind of, give them stuff that they never thought that they could have in life. Is that something that you've been able to do yet?
I mean, I ain't making that much money yet, but, I did just buy my mama a brand new iPad for her birthday, and I'll probably get her a little Saint Laurent bag. Like, I was able to pay for my sister's volleyball for the year. My dad, he's like, I don't know what to get him because I feel like he has everything he wants. Like, he's one of the most like stoic people that I know. So whenever it's his birthday, I just give him a nice card and I let him do whatever the fuck he wants that day.
Just drop cash in it from now on. That's all you
Yeah,
have
exactly, exactly,
to do.
exactly.
You do your thing, man. Listen, you were talking about the label believing in you, and obviously for good reason. But TikTok was huge in this, and that was one of the reasons that the label, I'm sure, had a lot of it's probably how they heard of you in the first place.
Nah,
No,
nah.
tell me about all this happened. Like, what's the deal with the song blowing up on TikTok, and how did that happen in terms of the label and everything
So
like that?
I got signed because DA got that dope. Saw an article that this DJ booth writer wrote about, like, the stigma of SoundCloud rap, and don't judge an artist on where they put their music, judge an artist on how the music sounds. And then we ate, or not ate, we I sent my music into that article. He liked my music. He wrote a follow-up article. DA saw that article, and he brought me to the label. And I was signed for 7 months. Valentino was out for 7 months
No way.
before it blew up on TikTok. That was random. That wasn't like a label move or anything like that. That was just that was an act of God. That was the planets aligning. And they didn't, we had a funeral dinner for that song. Like, the label definitely believed in me enough to sign me, but you drop the song that you think is going to be the hit and 7 months goes by and nothing happens. I might be having a funeral dinner too, but luckily the song blew up, and that kind of started the momentum that hasn't slowed down since then.
Yeah, it's really great. And when Mood came out, speaking of hits, or when you wrote it and it was finalized and mastered and everything, is this something that you listened to on the final time? You're like, yeah, this is gonna be the hit. This is the next record, or did it come out of nowhere?
I mean, I knew it was gonna be my biggest song, but not by this margin. Like I thought, yo, we get 300 million plays on Spotify in a year. I'm super happy with this. Like, that's my biggest song. We got almost 300 plays on Spotify in a couple of months. So everything that's happening right now, like, has completely exceeded my expectations. And I think, if you set your expectations low, it's a lot easier to be happy.
Working on SoundCloud as an artist, I know a lot of artists have had issues with SoundCloud and their copyright, things like that. And have you ever run into problems with that with your own music on SoundCloud?
I think, like, I've had like a song get taken, like I put like a leak up or something on like some random page and it got taken down. I'm like, they don't even know that's me putting up my own unreleased song.
I want to talk about the record. How did you link up with your feature artist? How did that all go together? And
Ian,
yeah,
that's my boy.
you guys
We
know each
met
other for a
like,
while.
yeah, we met like when I was a couple months into LA and he was like a couple days into LA, and we just came up around the same time. He blew up, bigger before I did, and then my Valentino and City of Angels stuff happened, but we've been cool the whole time. So that's one of the few artists that I'm friends with that I feel like yo, like, we've seen some shit together, like I'm gonna have your back if you got my back type shit. And when we made this song, we didn't even plan on making music that day. I just came to his spot to hang out, and we ended up making the biggest song in the world. So that's just beautiful to me.
That's great. When did you move to LA, by the way? Was it this year?
Maybe 2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago. I used to live out there. A bunch of my friends live out there and everything. Do you remember, where did you move from?
San Francisco.
So you know that California lifestyle and everything, and I'm sure you had been to LA and everything before, but was there stuff when you got there and people were like, yo, you got to check this out. This is different now. You're in LA.
Everything is different in LA. California is a big state, bro. The Bay and LA are two very different places.
Yeah.
And coming to LA made me realize a lot of things. Like being in the Bay it's a big city, but it's small. I'm in San Francisco. We got 4x4 or 7x7 or whatever it is, square foot city. There's barely a million people there. LA got like 4 times that, and it's a place that worships the entertainment industry. It's a place that worships something that is a facade, necessary, like not 100% real, versus the Bay where they worship culture and technology and stuff. So I think a lot of people come to LA with weird expectations and they don't really understand what's going to happen. And that can create some weird situations. But me being from the Bay, like, I'm an authentic ass real person, and that's going to shine through no matter where I go. And in a city like LA where people aren't always comfortable being themselves, I think me being comfortable being myself put me in the position to, you know, go so big so fast.
Absolutely, man. It's a tough city. LA will chew up and spit you out. So I'm glad you're going into it with that mindset. It's really good to have.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, I want to talk about a couple of your music videos. I was just watching the one for Mood the other day, and your car almost gets smashed up in that one. It doesn't actually happen. And then there's another video I was watching. You get someone beats the hell out of you in your video. Do you feel like you're always getting beat up a lot, like metaphorically?
I think life be throwing shit at me sometimes. Life be taking swings, and no matter what, I keep prevailing through it. I'm taking the slaps and I'm turning the cheek, and just keeping it going. And I think by adding those moments in a music video, it helps people understand, like, yo, this shit ain't always easy, like sometimes you get beat up by angels. Sometimes crazy girls might want to smash your car, it's like, that's just how this game goes, but I'm keeping a smile through it the whole time.
Has anything like that ever happened to you for real?
I mean, I've had bad things happen to me, but no girls ever destroyed my car, and I have not been beaten up by a group of winged angels
All right,
yet.
good.
So
Keep
no.
it that way. Yeah, listen, there's
Yeah.
always time. 24KGoldn Mood with Ian Dior out now. We're playing it all the time. Working on the debut album. Any word on that? What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, El Dorado, that's the name. It's probably going to come out early 2021 or whenever I get annoyed of fans begging me in my DMs for it. So whichever comes first, but it's honestly the best music I've been making, the best music I ever made in my life so far. And it's with Dropped Out of College, I was showing people I can do rock, I can do rap, I can do pop, I can do all these different things. El Dorado is me putting those things together and opening up more.
All right, so you hear that here, fans. You hear that. Slide into his DMs. The sooner you do, the more you're going to get out of 24KGoldn. Man, I really appreciate you taking some time to hang out with us today and answer all these nonsense questions I got for you. And listen, man, best of luck with everything. We're really happy for your success. We love this song playing here on Pro FM, and we can't wait to get you in here in Providence and play a show.
Thank you, bro. I can't wait to come through.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, peace.
Peace.